G'day Tony, JC from Adelaide Vehicle Centre. Like I said on the phone, I'm going to give you a quick video of the 200 series, just going over it a little bit more in depth, just so you know the condition of it inside as well as outside and around the vehicle before we even think about doing anything else. So I'll get started for you, mate. Obviously down here with your automatic gearbox, pretty straightforward. It's got your 6-speed automatic. Click it across, you've got sports mode. So it's called sport shift. You can control gears up and down manually. Good thing to have if you are, let's say, towing a boat on a slippery surface, so you can actually keep it in that lower gear in case you need to get out. To the side here, you got power mode, so that just gives you a bit more power at higher revs on a quicker takeoff kind of thing. And then you got the second start option, which lets you have a cruisier start or a cruisier takeoff on a slipperier surface. So cool to have those two modes with the Landcruiser. Down here is another intense version of basically heel assist. What it does is it allows you to control obviously the speed and everything via this button here when you're in cruise control, and if you're going up a hill and down a hill descent. So instead of actually going downhill full ball, you can actually keep it in that lower speed there, and it actually goes down nice and smoothly. And this one's just the angling and movement of the steering wheel. So cool feature to have there. Over here you got your cup holders, pretty big. Coin compartment there to store your wallet and things. And then you got your center console to store your more intense things, maybe even a frothy if you need one. But moving on over here, you got another compartment which is your ashtray. You got a 12-volt power source just there, as you can see that one. Moving on up, you got your aircon, so pretty easy to use. Fan speed in the middle, temperature gauge this side, and where you want to select it out through there. And then obviously you got your rear aircon as well, and your front just there for your demister. Moving on up, you got your head unit, so pretty easy and straightforward to use. Radio, FM and AM. You get your functions also like your Bluetooth connectivity, so you can make inbound, outbound phone calls while driving. Handy having that, so you don't get the risk of picking up your phone, get caught by the cops, but actually keep your eyes on the road and stay safe while driving. So a good feature to have there. You can see a little time display just over here. Moving on over down this way is your 4-wheel drive option. So you've got your 4 high as well as your 4 low, so you can click that one across and it will show up here that you're actually in 4 low. Obviously you've got to have that one in neutral do, but moving on over here, you've also got your multifunction steering wheel, so volume selections as well as your track selections on this side, and your modes, flicking between obviously your USB and AUX as well as your Bluetooth connectivity and things like that. Straightforward. Left hand side's the windscreen wipers, right hand side your indicators and your lights. Cruise control just down the bottom there. Then you've got your mirror functions over here, your center diff lock. You've also got a little dummy switch here in case you want to hook up some light bars or something to it. Central locking over there, as well as your window locks and your window controls just there. Good thing being a big 200 series with the Landcruiser is really good. 5-star NCAP safety rating, so they got airbags literally fit throughout the whole car, which is quite good. But what I'll get Kyle to do is run over the interior, show you what it's like inside, and I'll pop the bonnet and we'll have a look at that twin turbo diesel V8. But one thing I mentioned to you on the phone, did a bit of digging, so it's got a really good service history. It was originally an SA government financing authority. They mainly used it around the hills and they serviced it every 10,000 k's, which is good. Just here, so it was mainly used in from Clare Valley Toyota and then Adelaide Hills, and then it does a little stint up in Cootapedy for a little bit for there, and then goes back down to the Adelaide Hills, and then we got it in and obviously got it through our safety mechanical to make sure it's actually okay for the roads. So you got your books and things like that in there. I'll jump out and open the bonnet. I'll get Cole to show you around inside. Alright Tony, underneath here obviously we've got the 4.5 litre twin turbo V8 diesel. Powerful motor, that's what the 200 series are known for, especially with their towing capacity and everything as well. As you can see, it's got the dual battery set up to it, just there. Actually, it's got 3 batteries set up to it, so believe it or not. Don't know how to pronounce that, the tri-quad, whatever it is, dual battery setup. But like I mentioned to you on the phone, Tony, here at Adelaide Vehicle Centre, we've got a written structural guarantee. So we structurally guarantee all our vehicles that they've never been in an accident that could affect the structurality of the car. One big thing, obviously, about this one is it's not an ex-mining car. We don't bring those ones through our yard, obviously, because that red dust does tend to eat it up, and up in the mines they do use them quite heavily. So another good thing to look for, as well as we suss out the nuts and bolts underneath the bonnet there, as well as inside the door frames, any sign of tool wear or paint missing off it. That's how we know it's been in an accident, because you wouldn't be taking the bonnet off if it's been hit by a trolley, if you know what I mean. So, but I'll pop this one down here and we'll run around the car now. So as you can see on the front, you've got your light 4 spotlights. They do work as well, and as you can see down here, you've got your ARB bull bar, so quality bull bar. In case, you know, definitely a good thing to have in case you encounter a roo here or there. Coming around, the bonnet's actually in good condition. It's a little bit dirty because we did have it up on the stands over here, so the dirt's gotten to it, as well as the sawdust from trimming the trees. But I'll run you around the car. I'll get Cole to show you down the line of the car now. I had a quick look before. Couldn't see any dents from what I can see, which is really good. So the body of the car is in really good shape. And as you can see, you've got your side steps there as well with your Bridgestone tyres. Still plenty of tread on these tyres. In the back seat, you can have a look in there now. A couple of scuff marks here just on the door, but there's no tears in the seats, which is good. And all the nets and stuff are still in the back seats. Did just notice a little scuff mark down here, but very, very minor. And then if you're coming around the back here, I'll show you this one that I forgot to mention inside. It is built with a reversing camera as well. As you can see, the camera's just there. And then you've got your 2 spares on the back. Coming around here now. See the setup inside. So they've actually put 2 12-volt power sources just in here for yourself. So you can plug your things on into. Just there, plenty of boot space, obviously with the cargo barrier. Being an ex-government fleet financial service car, they tend to have a lot of cargo barriers in them. And then your anchor points as well down there. And I'll shut this one, a little bit of a trick to it. So shut the door first. As you can see, there's a little ding just here. That's from the heavy duty setup with the 2 tyres on the back. So basically what you do is you shut this here, and down underneath there you've got your locking setup to lock it all in. So it just hooks in the back there, and then you shut this just there to lock that one in. Made it look probably harder than it actually does. Coming around the back now, we'll go around the rest of the car. Same goes for this side as well. Lock that one in, just there. And then get clamp around the back there, and away you go. Also, that one was much easier. So we'll come around the rest of the car now. Have a look down the line of the car here. Really good condition. So it's actually really straight down the line of the car, which is, you know, quite an uncommon thing. You generally see a few little dings like this, especially with these vehicles. Jumping on the roof now. Hasn't had any roof racks on it, so you don't get your roof rack lines and your roof rack scratches and things on it, which is a handy thing. And then obviously you've got your snorkel, your big UFO looking snorkel on the side here. But other than that, Tony, thanks for watching. Hopefully it gives you a better description of the 200 series, a little bit more in depth, just so you know what it's like, as well as the features and things it comes with. Other than that, thanks again for watching. Look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks, Tony.